Happy Sunday and welcome to Smell Like Paris. I'm gonna keep this short because I do have a little rant that I want to do, and then I have some stuff that I want to brag on, some of the products and what you should always watch for when you're spending your hard-earned money on the quality of fragrances. So, without further, as they say, ado, let's get into this. First, I'm going to talk about a candle, what you should see and what you do not want to see. And even though this is one of my favorite brands out of New York called Lofco Candles, and they're expensive. This here is about $75, maybe close to $85. But you see that right there? That's what you don't want to do. That's called tunneling. And in most cases, if you trim the wick, you shouldn't run into this. But however, I did that and I still ran into it, so I was not pleased with this. Though I do like Lofco, I do intend to still spend money with them. Perhaps I may not buy as large a size. I do have a smaller size. What I do like about this candle is that the fragrance is beautiful. It travels into the room, or it enters into the room, and it's nice. It doesn't overtake the room. Particularly what I do not like about Bath and Body Works candles, everybody has them, and they're loud. And I don't like loud. I want it to be subtle and nice and smooth throughout the house, not overtake the room. But however, again, you don't want to see tunneling. This is another brand that I really love. I showed earlier in an earlier video, and this is Antica Pharmacita. You see how that is? And it's real smooth. You can see it just burns down and it does not tunnel. The reason for that is because then you could take that glass and even use it as a glass to drink out of, or flower pot, whatever you would like to make out of it, whatever. But that's the whole point. It needs to burn evenly down, just like that. And if you don't get that, you don't have a quality candle. You have junk. There are other candles that I'm gonna bring on board and talk to you about. One of them we'll talk about is called Trapped. And they look like a little house. And they're not expensive. They're $20 and they're very nice. They even make some wonderful room sprays. Okay, so there's only one that we're going to talk about. There's a fragrance I was looking to purchase. I bought a 10 ml decant size. I think it was like $55. And you could see that. And this is by a company called Narcotica. And this was released, I believe, in 2021. And the one that I was looking for was actually called Diablo, but I accidentally bought this one. And as you can see how much I've used out of it, virtually nothing, because it is terrible. And when I did look at some of the reviews on Diablo, it wasn't that much better, so I'm glad that I didn't pull the trigger on that. I was looking for a fragrance that had rum. This here, however, I'm going to read you some of the notes, and I just think it's absolutely garbage. It was by a perfumer. I think his name is Claude Durr, and I looked at his database, and he'd done pretty much all of Narcotica fragrances, so I won't be buying any from that house. The bottles are great looking, but that's about it. But I'm gonna just tell you briefly what's in this, and it just didn't sit well with me. Okay, we have blue cypress, we have black pepper. I would have automatically got rid of that. I don't care for have black pepper in my fragrances. I don't care too much for real spicy fragrances. It has sugar. Now, who would think sugar, blue cypress, and black pepper in the top is going to get along with each other? Then in the heart notes, it has pimento, cannabis, cypriol, vetiver, and patchouli. I don't want to smell like cannabis, but the cannabis I would remember, because I'm from the rock and roll days, had an aroma. The cannabis I smell today smell like dog shit. Excuse my English, because that wasn't French. Or it smells like a skunk. So it's not, in my opinion, but that's getting off to the side there, but it's not cannabis. That's garbage. And so this is the company that I purchased it from. And let's see, maybe you can see the name of that. Just make sure you got it. Narcotica by Narcotica. So I'm telling you, I spent $55 for this. I tried many times. I've let others smell it in my house. My wife didn't like it. My stepson didn't like it. My adopted daughter did not like it. And I spent $55, but that's okay, because I like purchasing my own stuff so I can tell you the real deal. It's going in the trash. That's it. So remember, I'm gonna always keep it real. When I get something that really smells good, I'm gonna share it with you. I'm gonna tell you it's worth our money. But when it's garbage, when it's shit, I'm gonna tell you it's shit. And that was shit. So that's it. I'm gonna go in here and watch the football game. I hope you guys are. Although I live here in St. Louis, I'm from Detroit, so the Lions are playing Texans tonight, and I'm hoping that the Lions kill them. And so have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you hitting the like button, leave a comment. Oh, by the way, I do want to tell you a couple of other websites that I go to that I purchase fragrance from. And eventually I'm gonna start leaving links below. I don't get any kickbacks, but if I see a good place that you can buy a decant, because I always say try before you buy. One of them is twistedlily.com. twistedlily.com. The other, I may have said before, is perfumedefrance.com. So it's perfumedefrance.com. Another one, when the internet first started, I'm talking, let's go back 1995. And one of the first stores that I purchased from was out of Portland, Oregon, called the Perfume House. And then the other one's just up the road there in Seattle, and it was called Nazarene Perfumery. So if you went to perfumerynazarene.com, and hey, by the way, if you tell her Eddie Floyd sent you, she might throw you a little deal, but those are places that you can find fragrances that are hard to find. They're not discontinued. I do have some sites that I'll share with you as well that you can find discontinued. But until then, I've held you long enough. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your time. And remember, let's smell like Paris.